What's up guys, welcome to the Saturday video. Now as you guys know, I am in Signal Hills right now opening CT Fletcher's new gym with LP. So me and LP are there recording him, Mike Rashid, Big Rob, a bunch of NFL players, just like a bunch of cool stuff's happening right this instant. But as you guys know, I never want to leave you guys videoless. Now of course there are going to be times in life where I will not be able to put a video up when I'm telling you guys that it's scheduled, but when I have the ability to, when I can work and put time in during the week before, I will, and I'll make a video so you guys don't run out of content, because I would never want that for you guys, because I care way too much about you guys, and you're all way too kind to actually watch all the content I put up, so I might as well put it up if I have the opportunity. Now, enough of the intro. You guys know where I am, what I'm doing right now. Let's get to the topic. This is a question that I get asked all the time. It basically goes like this. I'm blank years old, I've been working out for blank many years, I've lost blank amount of pounds, and now I've hit a plateau and I haven't been able to go lower than blank amount of pounds. And I've been stuck at this blank pounds for blank amount of months. What do I do? How come I'm unable to keep losing fat? Why have I hit this plateau and why can I not get any lower? I've been eating blank amount of calories, which is blank amount of calories less than my maintenance. So there's the question. Basically, I'm trying to lose fat. I've hit a sticking point and I haven't been able to continue losing fat. Why is that? And this happens to everybody. This has happened to me before, and once I figured out why and how to counteract this, it's never happened to me again. But it just seems right that you would continue eating a low amount of calories until you got to the goal that you were going for. A lot of people face this. They'll be losing fat for 3-4 months straight, no problem, just every single week consistently, a pound, and then all of a sudden they just hit this one spot, this one number that they just stop at, and they just can't lose any more fat, and they're not sure why. Now, oftentimes when I ask people how many calories they're eating after they ask me this question, why they can't lose fat anymore, they'll say something extremely low. Like a guy will tell me something like 1,300 calories. And the reason that you're not losing fat is because you've restricted yourself so heavily and for such a long period of time that your body has started to try to adjust to your new caloric deficit. Say that in one day you burn 2,000 calories and then you're eating 1,300 calories. So it's a 700 calorie deficit. For the first good while, maybe like 2-3 months, something like that, your body's gonna take that 700 calories out of your body. It's gonna start burning that fat and a little bit of muscle and whatnot to make up for that 700 calories that you're not getting in through your mouth. But then your body's gonna start dropping itself. It's gonna start dropping the amount of leptin that it produces. It's gonna stop burning as many calories just because it knows that it's not gonna keep getting those calories that it used to be able to get. So it has to stop. It has to lower itself to adjust to your new caloric intake daily. And this is where people run into problems. Instead of people thinking, okay, my body is starting to drop the amount of calories that's burning per day because I've been eating so little calories for such a long period of time, instead they think, uh-oh, what am I doing wrong? What is wrong with me? So then they'll start, taking a fat burner, or they'll try to switch up their cardio routine, or they'll try to switch up how they do weight training, or they'll start doing, different timing with their food, or they'll start trying all these little weird diets like Atkins diet and like the low carb diet or the just cheese diet or the go kill yourself diet. These diets aren't the problem. It's not necessarily what type of diet you're following, it's how you're following your diet and how you're listening to your body. So this is not 100% of the time the solution, but almost every single time it is. When my clients ask me this question, what I'll generally do is I'll start ramping them up in calories. If they're at such a heavy deficit below their maintenance, I'll of course calculate their maintenance first by using a TDEE calculator. Punch that into Google, TDEE calculator, and then punch in your stats and whatnot. You'll know what your maintenance is as well as your total daily expenditure of energy. But once you know that, if the caloric deficit is really heavily below that maintenance, I'll start ramping them up slowly, because if you ramp up too fast, if you jump up 600 calories and just a ton of carbs, 120 grams or whatever of carbs, you're going to add fat. So you have to do it very slowly. So what I'll have them do is every day I'll have them increase by 50 calories or maybe 100 calories. And most of those calories will come from carbs. And I'll have them do that for maybe 7 to 14 days until they've gotten to a caloric intake that I think is appropriate for them. And I'll have them stick there. So it'll be between 1 and 4 weeks, they'll be eating more than they have been up to the point where they talk to me about their problem. And by doing this, I'm ramping their metabolism up. I'm bringing them back up to a regular level, a level they should have already been eating. And I'm trying to bring their body back to a regular maintenance where it's burning what it should be burning for the amount of weight, the amount of height, how tall you are, and how old you are. God. after we've reached that caloric intake, so now we're actually hitting our normal maintenance. So say with that example earlier where the guy has 2,000 calorie maintenance and he's eating 1,300 calories, I bring him up over the course of 14 days or whatever to 2,100 calories, a little bit above maintenance, right? Then we'll start ramping back down and we'll come down to 2,000 calories and then jump down to 1,850 and then jump down to 1,800. And we'll see what works, because generally after I ramp people up for 2 to 4 weeks and get them to start eating more, we can start cutting at a normal pace. So if the maintenance is 2,000, then we can usually cut at around 200 to 300 calories less than maintenance. Because a lot of people, I feel like when they don't have direction, when they don't really exactly know what's going on, is they know that calories in versus calories out. You eat less than you burn and then you lose fat, right? So they start taking that to an extreme because more of something is always better, right? It's not, but it seems right. It seems like a rule of thumb, right? And they'll go so low. They'll cut their calories so low that the deficit is actually causing them problems and isn't helping them lose fat. Maybe for the first like week or two, and then their body starts adjusting, and then it ruins you, really. It honestly slows down your progress. So the best way to cut, in my opinion, is a slow and gentle cut so that you don't have anything weird happen in your body, you don't have any weird reactions, your body isn't going into survival mode or anything. Instead of doing 700, 800, 900 calorie deficit, what I like to do is like a 2 to 4, maybe 500 calorie deficit. So with that guy who got to 2,000 calories, when I bring him back up, what I would do is I'd drop him down to maybe 1,800 calories, see how he does there, maybe drop him back down a little bit more if he needs that, or if he's losing weight too fast, then I'll even up him to maybe 1,900 calories or 1,850, something like that. In general, when you don't have a ton of weight to lose, but you're still trying to lose fat, you wanna aim for about a pound a week. If you're coming from, a little bit more of an obesity background, then you're probably gonna aim for about 2 pounds a week. And even losing half a pound in a week is actually okay, because if you think about it, we have 52 weeks. So in 52 weeks, you could lose over 25 pounds. I think that's perfect. A lot of people don't have a lot of patience, but I think that's great, because if you think about that, over the course of 4 years, you could lose 100 pounds. You could be a completely different person. You could be that person who did that transformation. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Anyways, I digress. My point is, if you start to lose weight too slowly, if you're losing less than half a pound per week, then try this method out. Try for the next 2 to 4 weeks, slowly ramping your calories up by 50-ish calories a day, and make those calories come mostly from carbs, because carbs are what control and upregulate your leptin levels, your hormone level of leptin. Leptin is what basically tells your body how much fat to burn. It regulates how much fat your body should be burning. So if you have a low amount of leptin, you're not gonna be burning a lot of fat, and that is why we do this little kind of refeed. So do that 2 to 4 weeks, increase, and then stop and start coming back down and see if you are increasing the amount of weight loss that is happening per week because of that little bit of a fix. Anyways, I just wanted to get you guys that information. I've gotten that question a lot, like seriously a lot, in the last couple of months. And I feel like it's a topic that should be addressed every couple of months, because people will forget about the old videos, because I've addressed this a few times before, especially like in videos about refeeds and whatnot. But I feel like it's something that should be touched on constantly so people can, be reminded of this information. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. There's gonna be some sweet CT Fletcher footage coming from that gym in the next week. And there will also be a lot of produced footage coming onto the Isotory channel. So I suggest you guys go over there and subscribe to that, and possibly the CT Fletcher channel. I'm not really quite sure what I will be shooting exactly for both, but there will be videos coming. I want you guys to check out the projects. I'd love to hear what you guys think. And I appreciate you guys coming and watching this video and taking the time out of your day to give me thumbs up, support, and comments. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure that you go on and hit that subscribe button, because it makes me happy in the bridges. Thank you all for checking out the video. Team Beyond the Week. Big J.
Live till you die, MIRIN!